Okay, this video is sponsored by your one and only.
Looking good, Spidey!
Out of all the Spider-Man 2s, I feel like this gaming scene, Insomniac has gotten and most best introduction to the Spider-Man series I've played in a very long time. Do I think this game is better than the first one? Debatable. This game does a lot of things right, and it does a lot of things kind of ass backwards. So I'm gonna get into that, but I will say this: after a month later, I got some things to say. I will say this game has the best, and I mean the best, introduction of this year, hands down. Fighting Sandman on a citywide scale is something that we've never seen before, at least done this action-packed ever. I don't think so.
Still angry after all these years, Marco? You should try yoga!
That brother's floating in the air. How could his hands do this?
Must be more of a Pilates guy.
Get your ass back here, boy!
I understand this game is based off in New York, and you would think you would see more rats than bugs, but this is an example of one of them that I ran across in my playthrough, and one of many that kept me from progressing in the game. Now that the game is actually working, shit like this, gotta admit, that was pretty cool. Now, I won't go into sound design a little bit too much. The games, anything that Insomniac touches, have a well-crafted sound design. It is very, very good in this game, even with the different suits. Different suits have different clanging noises depending on if they have metal. The symbiotes sound like wet socks in a prison room. Everything in here has been handcrafted, and everything has been taken into consideration, even when you hit the ground, or even if you fall on top of trucks, or just ram straight into a building.
Port. I see it. On my way.
Even though the sound effects on fighting doesn't sound as meaty as Batman, or because Batman sounds like a college dorm in the summertime, it sounds good in its own right, and it gets the job done. I just wish that things and movements felt more weightier, to where I didn't feel like I was playing Kingdom Hearts 2.
Look, it's Spider-Man! You guys need help with that? Here we go! Watch out! Ow! Not those ramps! Up top!
Now, the big baddie of this game has something to do with Craven, and don't get me wrong, I love Craven, but in this game I feel like they didn't give him any time to develop fully to be fearful. I mean, he really just popped up in New York like a gang and took over with a storm. You see one death on the camera, and the other two got killed behind the scenes, and you're sitting here finding out the scraps and trying to figure out, and you're not even the one that fights him at the end of it. I do love the fact that he came into New York as if he was freaking Godzilla taking over, but the thing is, he could have had more potential to being a threat. He could have been more potential to actually be a serious problem, even though he was a problem due to story plot. But I do feel like that if he had the time to plan this out and wanted to fight the most dangerous person in New York City, why didn't he just fight the people or person that put these people in jail in the first place? Like, why break them out of prison just to fuck them up or kill them when you could have just went after Spider-Man and you would have got what you wanted anyway, even though he wouldn't have necessarily gave you the death that you wanted because it's beyond his morals. I mean, either way, he went out the way he wanted, but I feel like it could have went much better. But they had to have it to where I feel like they put more villains in this game than they could deal with, and the fact that they handled the first game better with the Sinister Six style type of storyline, I feel like they put two very evil people. Well, Venom's not evil, but say what you want. I feel like they put too many people in this game to be able to handle that type of story plot and make it all coexist and coherently.
You know this beast.
His name is Kurt Connors. He's a good man.
There are no good men. Only good prey.
Outside of all the villains that were in the first one, I mean, minus Felicia, the Lizard, and Mr. Nobody, everybody else kind of gets murked off by him, and it happens entirely too fast. Like, no explanation. It only tells you how they died in the last few moments, blase. And it really missed the opportunity to flesh out a bond, or at least some type of sadness for Spider-Man to feel that they're gone. It's more so Peter had found out that they're dead, and it's like, oh, all right, cool, dang, he killed them. We gotta stop this man.
It's time to stop!
Then what makes this extra sad is that you missed the opportunity to have this iconic scene happen.
Shocker! You can't escape me! I'll chase you to the ends of the earth!
I did love the villains they did add to the game, and I do think they executed their boss fights really well. I do love Mysterio being a, side boss. I do love the fact that you can find out about the Venom Carnage in another one. I also love the fact that you can also find out, the Chameleon. But the thing is, there's one specific person that I'm looking out for that I was hoping to be in this game and hopefully, follow into the trilogy, is where the hell is Taskmaster? He was in the first game, he escaped from you, and then he disappears. I wanted that sequel to that. I don't want it in DLC, and I was really hoping they added him to this game and make him more of a threat, because he is a threat to Spider-Man. Let's be real, he's probably as much of a threat to Spider-Man as Craven is, let alone Venom.
School's out, Taskmaster. Why are you stalking me?
An organization hired me to see if you're worth recruiting.
I'd rather be Jonah Jameson's foot masseur than work for anyone who'd hire you.
Your loss? They pay 6 figures. Guess some people just deserve to be poor.
6 figures? Nah.
Also, the story it's good, but it could be better if they stretched it out at least a few more hours. They could have fleshed out the story a lot better than it did. But for what the time that they had, I do feel like I've had a really good time with this game. I just wish that it was longer and more fleshed out. I want to feel sad. I want to feel rushed. I want to feel happy. I feel like the first game did it much better, but I also feel like the first game they had more time to flesh out just Peter's story instead of having 2 Spider-Mans and trying to balance out both. one of the things I really did enjoy in this game is completely whooping ass as Black Spider-Man. This is the best it's ever felt, and I can 10 toes stand on that.
Get him out of here. I'll handle this.
This is good!
Nowhere to run!
Where does he live? Guess your boss needs better aim!
Show him who is the prey.
You know what Jethro Craven has been searching for.
And I feel sorry for him!
Also, the We Are Venom and the Scream fight were absolutely shockers to me. Didn't know you were gonna throw that at me, you know, Insomniac. But those were also pretty sick too.
Harry. We are not Harry.
He's big and black, he will take your candy. That nigga's name is Big Dick Randy. Hey, Big Dick Randy, he take booty, not just candy.
Also, Insomniac, would it fucking kill you to add at least an arena mode so people can keep playing this and keep doing what they love in this game? Like, once you platinum this game, there's literally nothing else to do but to save the same Tim-booted Asian man that needs saving or took into a hospital, or you have to save a fire flaming building or stop a car running, and it's just literally those 3 to 4 things. It's nothing surprising, nothing new. Hopefully that changes with DLC down the line, or at least an update, and they actually hear people, you know, wanting it. But I would love to see something like that, something challenging in here to keep me playing this game. Otherwise, you know, you're just gonna have free roam videos online, or people doing montage of swinging through the, I mean, nothing's wrong with that, I do it too, but I would like more.
Set. Just try not to get hurt in the process.
How would I get hurt if it's just an illusion?
That, my friend, is what we're trying to find out.
After the time of the release and after a month playing this game, I honestly will say that this is by far the best, if not, well, it's on that list of top 3 best Spider-Man games, period. And the first one's definitely up there. I will say this game does excellent what the first one did not. And I feel like it backtracked on certain things like gadgets or even boss fights or secret boss fights. It downgraded some when it comes to other elements. I feel like if we're going a step forward, we should bring everything off the first game into the second game. Doesn't mean I hate this game or I despise this game. I'm just saying my flaws for this game and saying how I felt about the game a month later to see if things will improve going into the third game. I know Miles has taken the threshold as the main Spider-Man now, so I'm not sure if we will see Peter anytime soon, or will there be a spin-off going into Miles going into the next game. But I do wish that this game would be able to flesh out its city a little bit more, flesh out the bosses, and not feel like a boss rush game. But yeah, congratulations Insomniac, you are once again proving me that you are an amazing developer. If anything, if you guys like the video, please like, comment, subscribe, and check out for further videos. It's your boy Sketch. Peace.